Today we're talking about those creepy crawling little spiders that people see in their houses and nobody likes. We're going to go over 3 changes that you can make to the exterior of your house so that you will not be attracting spiders inside. The first thing that is the most important to keep spiders from getting in your house is sealing up any entry point that they could use to get in. If there's no access, they are not going to be able to get inside. We want to focus on 3 key areas: windows, doors, and foundations. Spiders need almost no room to work their way inside little cracks and crevices, get on the other side of the wall, and then eventually find themselves in your basement, kitchen, or somewhere else where you're noticing them. With regards to the windows and doors, you want to look all the way around the perimeters where it's sealed and make sure that it's solid. If it's not, you want to use some sort of caulking or silicone to make sure that it's completely sealed and nothing can get inside. Around the foundation, you're going to look for any sort of crack or crevice, and I mean any crack or crevice. Again, they get in extremely small, tight little spots. You may use something like silicone, or if it's somewhere like a breather hole, you can get a breather hole insert or even use something that's like steel wool to ensure they cannot get inside. If you're really struggling and you're still having spiders after trying sealing, a really good little tip is to have someone inside with all the lights on and or a flashlight and shine it at night. Have the other person outside look for any sort of light coming out from a crack or crevice, because these are the spots that the spiders will love and be attracted to. The second thing you want to do to make sure spiders don't get into your home is create a hostile perimeter around your entire house. And what do we mean by that? We mean remove any sort of area where spiders will like to nest. Spiders love areas where things are stacked up, where they can seek out harborage and stay inside somewhere so they feel safe. The most common things will be wood piles. If people have a fireplace or have old wooden debris stacked up, make sure it is far away from the perimeter of the home. The second thing is things like lawn furniture, chairs, tables, or anything, especially when it's in the off season, you may store it. Again, they love to be in these areas. You want to have it very far off of the perimeter to make sure that they cannot go from where they're nesting directly to the wall and find their way inside. And the third thing is just any sort of shrubbery or bushes. Especially in the warmer weather, spiders love these spots. And a lot of the time, the perimeter bushes will be right up against the wall. You want to trim them back so that nothing is touching. You want to make it as hard as possible for the spiders to go from where they're nesting to your house and then finding their way inside. And the third, and one of the most important tricks that you can make, are some strategic outdoor lighting changes. The most obvious one is making sure any lights that you have around the outside are facing down. If the light is facing down, you'll still have everything lit up that you need to see, but it's a lot less attractive to flies and other insects than a light facing outwards. A light facing outwards draws them in. Spiders are there because of a food source, like bugs and insects, so having that down helps a ton. The second thing is the dimness and temperature of the light that you're using. When you use a warmer light, something closer to a 3000 Kelvin, it's a lot less dim, so it's again not going to attract in as many flies and bugs as a brighter light. And the second thing with that is if you can dim it down, it also reduces how much light comes out, which reduces attracting in all of these insects. The third thing is if you can use a motion sensor. If you use a motion sensor, you get the light when you need it, and you're not having a consistent light source out there that is drawing in that food source, which means the spiders will be waiting there. They're extremely smart, and they will hang out in these areas because they'll know at night the lights come on, flies and bugs are attracted to the light, free meal for them. So now that you know there's these 3 changes that can help immensely with keeping spiders out of your house, when would you call a professional? If you've done all of these 3 things and you're still noticing that there is a persistent spider issue, usually that is because there is such a good food source still around. So there could be something else that is attracting bugs, flies, or insects, or maybe you can't change the lighting. If that's the case, you can use a professional because they can do a treatment that will eliminate the insects and flies that are attracting them in, which ultimately will drop down that population. The only other reason you may need to call in a professional is if you're seeing a lot of egg sacs. When there's a lot of egg sacs that are down there, that means that the spiders have been feeding extremely well for a long period of time and they're able to reproduce at a very fast rate. If you use a professional treatment, not only will you eliminate the spiders that are crawling around now, but you will get a lot of long-term prevention against all the other little baby spiders that will hatch. Okay, let's go over what we talked about today. How to keep spiders out of your home. Step 1 is sealing them out. Cracks and crevices around windows, doors, in the foundation. 2 is any sort of exterior storage or any harborage areas that are close to the perimeter of your home. Move them far away or eliminate them completely. Furniture, wood piles, and anything else. And third, and again, the most effective, is your strategic outdoor lighting changes. Have the light facing down, have it at a warmer temperature, have it dim, and if possible, use motion sensors. If you do these 3 things, you will notice a drastic decrease, if not complete elimination from spiders inside of your home. If you have any other tips, we'd love to hear about them. Let us know in the comments.